This weekend, Harry and Meghan will travel to the Netherlands for the Invictus Games, marking the Duchess of Sussex's first trip to Europe since the couple left the firm 2 years ago. Despite making the journey across the pond, the Sussexes are not expected to visit the UK. Their trip comes at a particularly significant time for the royal family, as this weekend marks the Easter celebrations, which the family usually spend together. While it has been announced that the Queen won't be attending the traditional Easter Sunday service, Prince William, his wife Kate, Duchess of Cambridge and other members of the royal family are expected to attend the traditional ceremony at St. George's Chapel. Harry last attended the Easter Sunday service 3 years ago, a year before his exit from the firm. Meghan, who was heavily pregnant, chose to skip the service. At the time, talk of a rift between the Sussexes and the Cambridges was rife. It had recently been decided that the couples would split their households. Kate and William stayed at Kensington Palace, while Harry and Meghan relocated to Frogmore Cottage in Windsor. The Easter service only furthered speculation that tension. Harry was photographed walking by himself as he stared at the ground while William and Kate followed 10 paces behind. William and Harry reportedly did not speak to each other on the way in or out of the chapel and were separated by their cousin Zara Tindall and her husband Mike. When the brothers eventually found themselves side by side, they did not acknowledge each other and Harry quickly walked off and stood alone behind the group. At the time, body language expert Judy James told The Mirror, "The body language between the two princes here doesn't just add to the speculation that the pair are no longer on speaking terms, it seems to suggest that any rift might have got even wider." When he was single, Harry was always forming a tight and happy trio with William and Kate, but here it looks sadly as though he is going out of his way to have a lack of communication with his brother. Not only does he arrive and leave walking apart from William and Kate, his antics when William closes in by the church entrance make him look awkward and hints that he could be desperate to avoid him. His facial expression looks dour and he seems to raise one hand to touch his face in what looks like a partial cut-off gesture suggesting a desire to hide. It later emerged that, after the church service, Kate and William went to Harry and Meghan's new home in a bid to resolve their issues. At the time, ITV royal editor Chris Shipp said the meeting was significant for both couples. He added, "Kate and William brought around some housewarming presents. Is that a sign they are trying to patch things up?" A palace source told The Mirror, "The Duchess and Harry have developed a very close bond over the years. Kate is acutely aware of the importance of William and Harry getting along, not just because of perception, but the collective responsibility to the monarchy as a whole." Harry has acted as counsel to his brother throughout William and Kate's more turbulent years, and the three of them had gone on to form the most tremendous partnership. However, talk of a rift between the so-called Fab Four did not die down, and less than a year later, Harry and Meghan announced their decision to step down as senior royals. At the time, Meghan and Harry said in a statement, "After many months of reflection and internal discussions, we have chosen to make a transition this year in starting to carve out a progressive new role within this institution." Their exit and subsequent bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey is said to have exacerbated the existing rift. Harry has returned to the UK twice since they moved stateside, once for the funeral of his grandfather Prince Philip and the other to unveil a statue of his late mother Diana, Princess of Wales. He did not return for Philip's memorial service last month. The Duke has expressed concerns surrounding his security while in the UK, emphasizing that he doesn't feel his family, which includes 2-year-old Archie and 10-month-old Lilibet, are safe. Harry is currently involved in a legal battle with the Home Office over police protection. A statement from his legal representative read, "The UK will always be Prince Harry's home and a country he wants his wife and children to be safe in. With the lack of police protection, comes too great a personal risk." Prince Harry hopes that his petition, after close to 2 years of pleas for security in the UK, will resolve this situation. On Wednesday, The Mirror reported that Harry and Meghan will receive VVIP security while in the Netherlands for the Invictus Games. Royal expert Camilla Tominey has claimed that Meghan choosing to go to the Invictus Games suggests she has no appetite to return to Britain. Ms. Tominey told Josie Gibson and Vernon Kay on Tuesdays this morning, "If Meghan goes to the Invictus Games, of course, they are entitled to go wherever they like whenever they like. They are no longer members of the royal family and she'll be there supporting him charitably. But it sort of suggests there's no appetite for Meghan to come back to Britain and maybe some people would say, I wouldn't blame her. But, of course, the Queen is not getting any younger, she hasn't seen her great-grandchildren, she hasn't seen Archie since November 20th, she's never met Lilibet, their daughter, who's her namesake, so maybe they'll come for the Platinum Jubilee." It is yet to be confirmed whether Harry will be returning for the Queen's monumental celebrations, and whether Meghan and their children will accompany him.